Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 6 of Salt, Ships, and Scuttlebutt, a World of Warships podcast, hosted by yours truly, Captain Greene 123, and
I want to believe Sea Lord Mountbatten.
oh my god, shut up about the aliens. Shut up.
I can't. Man,
They
all the
just-
kids are running up like, Mr. Sea Lord, have you seen the UFO videos? And I'm like, no.
I
I
had,
have.
you know the coronavirus stuff?
Oh yeah, that stuff.
I-
That too.
I had guys at work who were like, they're like running into the office. They're like, coronavirus, it's here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, this is like a 40% mortality rate. And I'm like, what are you talking about legitimately? They're like, you don't know? No, that's why I've asked twice. I don't know what's going on. I work third shift. I don't see anything. I don't watch the news. What's going on? There's rats and they're killing people. It's like, okay. On a boat. Okay.
It's funny that it's rich people on a boat yet again.
Every single fucking time you see a cruise ship in the news, it just reminds me to never go on a fucking cruise. I love going on boats. I love going out fishing. I love it. There's nothing better than waking up and like rolling over and you see the sun come up over the water. It's beautiful. I highly recommend going out on a small boat, doing your own thing. Never with 1,500 other people. That's fucking bullshit. Don't do that.
Oh,
It's horrible.
Funny
Oh my
you-
goodness.
funny you should mention that.
If you tell me you're going on a fucking cruise, I'm breaking up with you.
Oh, I've been on a cruise. I have been
I'm
on a
breaking
cruise.
up with you.
So this was like 2016. I went on my first cruise aboard Old Faithful, the USS Carnival Triumph. Literally didn't know that it was like that ship. Okay.
Isn't that the one where the toilets exploded?
Yes, it's the poop
Yes.
cruise.
I just Carnival. I was like, toilets exploded on one of those once.
Yeah, and it's like so weird because like there was like an engine room fire, like the wiring got melted, and I mean I guess they need the pumps for the sewage and stuff, and that stopped
Yeah.
working and that all backed up. But yeah, we went on it like just after it had come back into service, and the people that we went with, they were like. They always went on cruises. And they're like, yeah, look, this was like super cheap. It'll be like only like $200 for 4 days. I was like,
Yeah.
$200 for 4 days. Your food's included. Most of your drinks are included. All the shows are included. You get to go to Mexico. Like, heck yeah, that sounds awesome. And then we're on the boat. And they're like, yes, this is the ship where the toilets imploded.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
This is the poo boat. In case
Oh,
you're wondering, we
it's
have to
that
legally
boat.
disclose that it's the poo boat. You know the
yeah,
one you saw on the news?
it's this one.
It's that boat.
Yeah,
Don't worry, we
and
got most of the poo out.
so to their credit, did not smell like poo.
Yeah. They met the
Um,
bare minimum.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like all the public spaces, like the big hall that you come in, the atrium and stuff, the restaurants, the casino, and like the showrooms and stuff, they were all like really nice. And like when
Because
we
they
went in
had to get
2016,
rebuilt.
yeah, I know.
They were soaked with poop. That's why.
But the cabins, like straight out of 1990s still.
Oh yeah.
Like it's got all that, like that 1990s like beige plastic, still everywhere.
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to spend time in your room on a cruise ship. It's kind of like, oh, my hotel room shit. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing
It's-
in your hotel room on vacation?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same with like the hotels at Disney. It's like you can
Yeah.
go stay at the All Stars because like you're just there to sleep. You should be spending most of your time in the parks if you really want to get your money out of it. And yeah, I mean, like we really only went in the room like if we wanted to use the bathroom and we didn't want to use one of the public bathrooms. And
That
just
might
at
explode.
night, yeah, that could explode. Um,
Dude, there
But,
was
like-
one big guy like us on the boat
Uh-huh.
who was like, I have to watch my popcorn shrimp intake, or else I'll take this whole thing down again.
oh man,
Or do you think they overbuilt the toilet system after that? Do you think they're like, yeah, we need a backup generator. We need a backup generator for the backup generator. I don't want anything happening on this boat ever again relating to toilets.
Well, if you see if on like the documentary on Netflix, the crew they had like the actual cruise director on there. She was like, yeah. So I went to the captain and talked to him, and he was like, yeah, one of the diesel generators, the fuel line broke and it caught on fire, but it's fine. We got 5 backups. It's all good. And then the power went out because
Yeah.
the wires melted. So I don't know. Maybe they insulated the wires better or something. But since then, toilets have not exploded on it.
Yeah. So that's a great way to start off the podcast. At least
It's about a boat.
related.
It's boat adjacent.
Boat adjacent. I was gonna open with the story of me almost dying at the gun range,
Oh,
but
that sounds a little more exciting than toilets
no.
exploding.
So for those of you who don't know, I have a Mossberg bolt action shotgun. Let me actually pull it up here. Yeah.
I think when they see it, they'll understand how it maybe might have killed you or exploded. I haven't heard this yet, so I don't know what happens.
Let me see if I can just pull up the good old gun broker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good old cocaine smoke, crack smoking gun broker.
Yes. So, this is what it is. It is a bolt action shotgun. I got this for $100 from a local gun store. It was one of those, like, we've had this for literally decades.
Just buy it.
Get rid of it. And they're like, one fat moron is going to come through the door. And it's going to tickle him just right. And he's going to pick this up. And I was that moron. So, anyways, the astute among you might notice that there's a choke at the end of this firearm.
What'd you
Okay,
do?
there you go. It's right there.
What'd you do?
So I didn't know that this was an adjustable choke.
Oh.
And we are only allowed to shoot slugs through the range at the indoor range. So I had shot it. My two friends had shot it. My dad had shot it. We affectionately call it the doodad because it's very clearly from a Sears catalog in the 50s. Like this was made by Sears to just obliterate like one squirrel a year. Like that's what this was designed to do. And it
12
does
gauge for squirrel?
big squirrels back in the day. What can I say? So this is an adjustable choke. I'm relatively new to firearms, didn't know what an adjustable choke was. I thought once it was set, it was good. So anyways, the RSO is like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, it's a 12 gauge shotgun. And he's like, no, it's not. And then I shoot it and I crack it open and a shotgun shell comes out. And he's like, wow, I was wrong. This is incredible. So I know the RSOs pretty well there. They know us pretty well there. So during their shift changeover, there's 2 RSOs out, and that means that each of the RSOs, if they wish, can partake in the usage of a firearm. So I got them at a handoff period, a little bit of a transfer period, and I was like, "Hey, you guys want to shoot the doodad?" And they were like, "Yeah, no, it's a no-brainer." So the first RSO shoots it, no problems. The second RSO shoots it, and the first shell out of it, you've been hit by metal shavings before, right?
Yeah.
So I got hit in the face with metal shavings, and I was like, why do I taste metal? And the RSO turns around and his whole like hand was peppered. And he was like, I also taste metal. And I'm like, that is not good. So we unload the firearm, make it safe. And we're looking at it, and the whole choke was gone. The threads were untouched because it's a screw-on choke. The threads were completely gone. Or the threads were fine, the choke was gone. So what we think happened was shooting the slugs with the choke just unscrewed it ever, like, and it just got to the point where that last slug clipped it and it went. So
It's
I
in the
looked at the
backstop somewhere,
yeah,
embedded
it's in the
in whatever
berm.
they
The
use.
RSO's like, it's in the berm. And I'm like, hey, can we stop and go look for that? And he's like, fucking no. Why would we do that? And he was like, at the end of the night, we're gonna look for it. And I'm like, okay, that's good. And I gave him my Snapchat. And then later that night, he Snapchats me and it's like, the choke is in like 4 pieces. And he's like, it's not coming back. Okay. So I have to buy a choke for this piece of shit. So the doodad is down, as the friend group said. But yeah, this thing is very funny. And I love it because it's like, it's exactly what it looks like. It's a really shitty grandpa style bolt action shotgun with a 2-round mag.
Buy a bunch of those and weld them together. You can get like a 10-round magazine out of it.
They have 5-round mags, and I was
Oh,
going to
really?
buy a 5-round mag. Do you want to know what's bad?
What?
The 5-round mags cost more than what I paid for the gun. So
Yeah,
I
that'll
have to
happen.
decide at a later date, if I want to get. Oh, hey, look. There's the adjustibleness of the choke. I learned that after the fact. It's in the berm.
Oh, that's
So
great.
anyways,
It's a
yeah.
learning experience.
So that was good. I also, my dad got attacked by my Mini.
How'd that happen?
So the Mini, you know how the Mini 14 absolutely hums brass?
Oh, yeah.
It bounced off the divide because we were at an indoor range. Bounced
And
off the ceiling, bounced off the opposing divide, and then right down his shirt.
oof.
And I watched it.
Dude,
There's another
oh
I love
man.
my Mini so much, but there was another time where we were at the range and my friend was, just shooting the Mini, and in the next lane over to us were some Asian tourists, and I don't know why these people didn't dress appropriately for the gun range. It's really a mystery to me.
Like a chick with a really low cut shirt.
Well, yeah, incredibly low cut, like skin tight shirt, a small, like one of those jackets that just goes down to here, and
Yeah.
like 5-inch heels.
100% they were going to take pictures for like their social media because they're in America. They can,
And
bring
then
an AR-15 or something.
you just see some 90-pound chick walk up to the firing line with like a Glock 18 with a switch.
Ooh.
And you're just like, what are you doing? And then you're like, wait for me. Stop. So anyways, they were next to us and they were just getting absolutely pelted by brass. And it got to the point where my friends and I had to stand with targets and block the brass from these poor, because they didn't know how to tell us to fuck off. I don't think they spoke much English, to be completely honest, and I felt bad. But
Dude.
yeah, my friend Brendan, who was watching, was just like, nope.
It's like, so like, my friends in countries in the Air Force, he went to Germany, met a girl over there. They got married, and he's back. I just want to be like, you want to see what you can buy from Walmart with a gift card? Just hand her one of my ARs, like, behold.
Yeah, the European mind cannot comprehend the Walmart
Just
Smith & Wesson AR-15.
What's in there? They don't understand. They have no idea.
Is that an airsoft gun? No.
9.
I could slime everybody out here. And they sell it in Walmart.
I used my grandmother's long-term service discount to get 10% off this AR-15.
I use my grandmother's AAA card to get 15% off. Oh my goodness.
That's what I hand him, like my Luger, and just be like, "Is there any genetic memory?
Right? Does this feel right?
Yeah.
How does this feel?
Feeling any certain way towards certain groups of people at this point? Ooh. Gotta be careful, though. Spotify may not like that.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Anyways.
Boats.
Well,
warships.
Anyway,
there's only 16 minutes. That's not bad. That's not
religious
bad.
crimes to World Warships.
Not lots going on right now. Not gonna lie.
Not a lot. It's been 2 weeks. Sorry about that. I worked last week, and my availability was fucked because my sleep schedule has been fucked. I have not been falling asleep until 10, and I do not wake up until like 8. And then the next day, I fall asleep at 8 a.m. and I wake up at like 10:30, and I cannot fall back to sleep. I have not been doing well. I've stabilized, not doing well. Don't know what happened. Third shift sucks.
Yeah.
But
I normally go to bed at 9, so as you guys can see, there's a problem there. So I gotta wake up at 4 to go to work with all these children. Almost done though. The end's in sight.
No.
Only in for 8 weeks. That's true. But,
is it true that you guys don't get paid over the summer?
Yeah, it's true.
So what do you do?
So the way that it works in my district is we are 182-day contracted employees. So we are paid.
So stupid.
So we are paid for the 182 school days that we work. Now, there are some options there.
Unemployment.
There's some options there. Option 1 is that you can receive your full payment over the 182 days. Option 2 is they spread it out over 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's not as AIDS as I thought the system was going to be.
No. So like you can get paid for the 182 days for the 9 months, well, 10 months really now, and have pretty nice paychecks and just save up for the summer. Or you can spread it out to where it's, it's less every month, but you have income during the summer. Yeah. That's what most teachers do. But we are not paid for those days in the summer. It's a very common misconception that I'm very angry about anytime it comes up. And that's how most school districts operate. Because, people say, teachers need to be paid more. And then, I don't know why I use the annoying voice for that. Quite reasonable people say, well, teachers need to be paid more. And they have that, they get paid for doing nothing in the summer. It's like, no, we do not. I doubt there's a school district out there that's like, we're just going to pay these people for not working for, 8 weeks.
I bet you there is.
It's going to be in Los Angeles
with
Harvard. The turbo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be one of those systems or one of those areas where there's like an incredibly large amount of money in the area. Not, with all due respect, Podunk, Louisiana.
Oh yeah, heck no.
Yeah, you guys
it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know. I remember going from Florida on the coast. I don't know if you've ever been to Florida, but
I have ventured out
3 miles right up against the coast.
Yeah,
it's like the most densely populated urbanized, and then you go one town inland, and it's like guy selling jerky out of the back of his car that he also lives in.
Yeah,
there's no warning that divide is getting crossed.
Yeah.
And I think it's very similar down in Louisiana.
That's all of Louisiana. New Orleans post Katrina, city's empty. It's a huge city physically. Nobody, there's no one in there. It's like, I think the city itself maybe has 280,000 people living in it, which is nothing. Yeah.
That's nothing.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, obviously the pay here is not great either for teachers.
No.
Of the of the teachers at my school, I think there's maybe a handful that don't have side hustles just to make it by. So it's pretty not great, but
yeah. I think that I definitely think like prioritizing education and getting good teachers is and paying them well, I think is very good. The problem is I went through schools and I had like 900 bad teachers and only 2 good ones. So I'm also like, Miss James made me sit on the floor. Fuck that bitch. She should get paid less. Like that's the snide mentality I have, unfortunately, on the matter.
Yeah. Um, I had a thought, and then my thought left.
Yeah, it's okay. That happens to me too, kid. Anyways, Azure Lane.
Anime.
Yeah. Um,
Is it the Chinese
my
one,
friend,
or is that the other one?
I don't know. Don't care. Yeah. My friend's mom who listens, go 10 minutes ahead. This stuff is so bad. I hate the fact that this is in the game, and I know that we're gonna get one cretin coming in the comments on probably on both platforms telling me how great this is and how I'm a horrible bigoted person, and then something about the Catholic Church, and then Romeo and Juliet, and then age of consent laws, and it's just gonna be horrible. Um for those of you who don't know, for those of you who are new, maybe some people from Sea Lord Mountbatten's audience, I don't like this collab in any way, shape, or form. And I think that it's a money grab through and through.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So let's see here, and my main issue has and always will stem from the fact that the camos look cool, like this Garitzia camo.
Yeah, especially the ones
Camos
actually look really nice.
Oh, he says as he accidentally exits all the way up because he's a Cro-Magnon. Like all these camos look really cool, and I think that I do think that it's cool. Even like the Yukikaze, some of these ones that are a bit older, I still think that they hold up really well. My problem is and always will be the fact that to play these ships or to buy these ships, I have to look at like children, and I don't like that.
This particular child isn't that bad. Go back to the Yukikaze.
I think this one's even worse because
really,
this one looks
like child
6.
Yeah.
And you got this stupid jacket and coat. You have a teddy bear. Like there's very obviously an incredibly heavily
childlike presence,
childlike emphasis on this character design, which you then have next to Queen Underboob here, where again they're all just incredibly hypersexualized anime depictions of
like that.
Military vessels.
That's
one's
bad.
Horrible.
That's so bad.
It's so bad because it's an 8-year-old in a crop top, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. And the other thing is you can't just tell me that I'm an out of touch boomer because I've thought of this as long as Azure Lane has fucking existed. 10 years. Sorry. Just admit you like kids. I hate this stuff so much. Because again, it's there's
the Hornet. She looks kind of on the younger side too.
Where's the Hornet? What?
Go down right there, the yellow one.
Yeah, just I don't need all this. I don't need this. These camos are really cool. And again, there's going to be a lot of people who are like, well, you're buying the camos, you're not buying the player models of the captains, and
except you are.
My problem is I don't want to support this business. I don't want to support this business plan. I don't want to support this business model. And I know it's not going to change. And I know it's not going to. So I'm not going to even bother calling for it to change because you have so many just degenerates that are going to come out of the woodworks and buy this bullshit. And it's, whatever. The other thing that I don't like about this game is, again, I think it's a dog shit gameplay loop, and it heavily promotes gambling for characters and stuff, which I think is deplorable. Because you're like motivating people for gambling.
Have you looked at like the Massachusetts and the Shinano for this event?
No. I got forced to play, I think it was like 40 hours of Azur Lane.
Okay, so do me a favor. Try to find Massachusetts or Shinano on the list of ships right there.
Is it over here? No.
Do you want me to give you a hint? They're not there.
They're not here. Yeah.
Go look in the boxes.
Sorry, I forgot there's even more just fucking actual children here. Oh, look, this one's better, right? Oh, this one's fantastic. This is horrible.
Wild.
This is so bad, dude.
Okay, so go to the list of ships right there. The 18 ships in total.
Yeah.
Click on that. Now try to find me a Massachusetts or a Shinano. You want a hint?
Richelieu. What, are they not here?
It's not there.
Of course it's not.
Richelieu camo looks good.
I really like this camo. Again, the camos are great. Like, the art department of this game is definitely serving, as the kids these days would say. Again, the problem is it's tied to get that out of here. Thank you.
So click on the little yellow container inside of the container.
Oh, is it another container inside of a container?
Yep, there they are.
Oh, God. Yeah, shut up. Shut up, bitch. Shut up.
So the way the math works out, you have I think a 1.8% chance of getting either of these two ships out of a single draw. Yeah, look, that looks cool. That's cool. But basically, if you want to guaranteed get it, you run the chance of having to spend like $1,800.
The problem is, for you and me, that is like an irrational amount of money.
Yeah.
Right?
That's my house mortgage. That's more than my house mortgage.
Exactly. I've known degenerates that throw that much money at the app. So
at the app? Oh, not
for gambling for characters and stuff. Because again, it's all crates and draws and bullshit.
Isn't the app all 2D too? Like there's no 3D element to it? Like it's
Yeah, it's all 2D.
That's insane.
And again, so you're definitely going to have people doing that in WoWs. And exactly like with what you alluded to, the fact that you have people throwing thousands and thousands of dollars at these two-dimensional caricatures really destroys the argument of, hey, it's not just porn brain people like this. I hate this stuff so much. So I don't like that World of Warships supports it. I understand that this probably makes a shitload of money for both companies.
I think it's probably this and like Santa containers for wargaming, honestly.
Yeah. But and again, like they obviously put a fuckload of effort into it because this is a beautiful camo. This is a fantastic camo. Like if this was on the standard Gorizia, I would buy it. I love the accents. I love
look
the
at
greens.
The reflection
I love
on the gold. The reflection effect on that's also really nice.
It's beautiful. But there's a 14-year-old behind it.
With massive side boob.
Exactly, yeah. And I just don't, there's no way to like mentally justify this for me.
I don't know. 2 Azur Lane ships. Well, I only have one. I have the Svetsi Swears because I think that's the last one you could potentially get for free or something. I have it that way. Then I have Nelson, but that's back when you just...
I know I have a Latorio. But that was because it was like $10.
Might have been that for the Soyuz too. I think Soyuz was on sale. I don't know. I have a Soyuz somehow. And then I have the Nelson, but I have the Nelson. But that's back when they just did the camos. I have the Nelson camo because I got it in a container. The
Yeah, I do
Nelson
too.
Commander. Yeah.
I think the Soyuz had something that was slightly different than the Tech Tree Soyuz.
Yes, it has the standard dispersion. So
That's what it was.
yeah.
And to some people, that was like a deal maker, that kind of made it worth it,
Yeah.
which I can definitely see, but
Yeah,
I
with the
don't know.
Soviet shell ballistics and having normal battleship dispersion.
No. Again,
And then they
fantastic.
added in the jiggling and the port,
Yeah.
I think a couple of years ago. And it's like, oh, that's trying to activate
No.
those Gunner brain cells.
No. So again, like these are beautiful camos with beautiful effects and everything. Unfortunately, it's kind of just.
Dude, that Hindenburg camo is awesome. That looks great.
Nah,
Yeah, I didn't miss. What is going on there? Like,
I know. Again, it's not. It's. Whatever.
I see a bunch of Azur Lane Kearsarges. I've seen a ton of these. I don't know why.
I can tell you why.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like this is a coal ship. It's a
Yeah,
free
that's
ship.
the other thing. There's like. I mean, I understand stuff like the Horn. I don't think the Hornet's available, is it?
Not right now, no. I don't think.
Yeah, and the
Well,
Sovietsky Soyuz, like.
it's a doubloon
I
ship.
mean-
It's not a coal ship. I do know that.
Yeah. I don't know, but it makes sense, with some of these ships. If they had like an Azure Lane Napoli or something, it's like, yeah, okay, it's something
Yeah.
that's not typically available.
And like the Soyuz is at least different. I think there's
No.
there's a couple of ships where they did do stuff differently, and then they stopped doing that.
Yeah, they did. I think the first generation, the first and I think the second had slight differences. But it was enough to justify a reskin, and it was enough to justify
New ship price. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like an absolute farce of a defense. I still think it's undefensible, but legally you could defend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, then there's like A.L. Hindenburg. I don't think there's anything different
There's not.
except under boob, and it's like great. That's fantastic.
But it's Demon Girl under boob.
Ooh.
Okay, why do some of them have bunny ears? Like, what's going on? Like,
Again, it's Gunner bait. That's all this shit is, dude. It's people just mashing fetishes together and then
some of them have animal ears. Some of them don't. Like Hornet doesn't.
Some of them have like bolt-on animal ears, and then other ones just actually have animal ears.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
I don't know. Someone told me that like one of the Shinano, like the name Shinano means like spirit fox or whatever. I was like, okay, I can see that, but why does the Hindenburg have demon horns? I don't think Mr. Hindenburg had those in real life. I get like she has a Bible because Richelieu's a cardinal, but Richelieu didn't dress like that in real life.
That's like, it seems to be very prevalent throughout, like with the crosses and everything, which again I think is
that's a cool camo with a nod to the historical name of the ship.
Yeah, but it's not inspired
by
it's inspired by this.
That.
It's not inspired by historical. It's inspired by this. It's themed after this.
I remember.
And again, like you said, there might be a little bit of historical, a little bit of historical bleed over. But what about Aguirre is this? Like, it's
transparent bodysuit.
Yeah, with
Slightly
two
see-through
half
body
drapes. Like, fuck you. I don't know. So, anyways, there goes half of our viewers because we're gonna get all these horrendous people in our comments being like, "You guys just hate Japanese things, and you guys hate women, and you guys hate this, and Romeo and Juliet laws. It's not that bad." I got news for you. I'm sorry. You are. If there were still loony bins, you would have a home. You know, that's kind of my thought process on the matter.
They're like the Massachusetts too. What even? That's just whatever.
Well, the Massachusetts, it's supposed to be a native. Nope, that's not what I wanted to hit. You know, it's supposed to be. I don't think I can actually just show the commander. No, yeah, it's because it's just the. But like, I don't know. It's supposed to be like Native American inspired, which again I think is cool, but I don't remember Pocahontas with her yeah. I don't remember Pocahontas like wearing a leather jacket in a bikini top. It's like whatever. I don't know. It's very obviously just gooner bait, and I don't judge everybody. I don't openly judge everybody that I see at Azure Lane ships, but I do internally. And that's coming from a pasty fat nerd. So I don't want to see anybody be like, oh, he's Andrew Tate brained. Oh. No, it's no. I hope you get help, and I hope you get better. Anyways, Brett Dunn. Hello.
Hello, remaining audience.
Yeah, hello, remaining audience. Hello, welcome back, Ms. Portanova. Yeah. Other than that, there's been it's been a little slow in WoW. So we're gearing up for the Italian submarine event, which I think is going to be good. Is there anything else here in the armory that I?
It's just Azur Lane. Because
yeah,
this update's the weird 6-week one.
Yeah,
there's an extra week bolted onto the end of this one. I think not this coming week. I think next week is when the next update drops.
Okay.
I think because normally it would be next week because it's 5 weeks longer. It should be week after next, and then we should start getting to like the 4th of July stuff, which I think they are going to absolutely go for broke with the money extraction. Oh yeah, the Martin CO pants camo.
Yeah. I love this. I love this stuff. I hate how they didn't get him to do voice lines.
I know. I was so excited because I genuinely love his videos. If you guys can't tell, my ultimate tier list videos are a legally distinct version of his.
But yeah, I completed that, and I put him onto my Irresistible that I bought recently, and I've been playing.
Irresistible.
But yeah, that's kind of all the updates on my end. I haven't done anything on the dockyard. I don't really care
about the German airstrikes.
Yeah, I'm not really fucking with the German airstrikes, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. A lot of it just doesn't seem to land for me, unfortunately.
It does. They do land there pretty good, but yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of landing, Spirit, man, what a shame.
We got to fill in the last 20 minutes of episode with current events.
No, I'm not. It's not just gonna be. No, I'm pulling up the test chips. I'm pulling up the docket here. I was killing time to pull this up.
Speaking of not Spirit, do you see that guy walked into that Frontier engine when they were taking off?
Yes.
Dude. And I saw like
I don't know why. Like,
the passengers were taking videos and pictures of the engine on the way out because it's the engine that you walk by when the slides come out. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of jam in there. Some poor Frontier mechanics.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be some intern with a hose.
It's like the beginning of Fury when they just give him a bucket to go wipe that guy's
head
off the inside of the tank.
What do you expect? Like, it's a perfectly good engine other than the man in it. They're not gonna replace it.
You think the Rolls Royce cars are expensive? Do they use Rolls Royce engines on the 737, or is it GE? It's probably
Probably
GE.
GE.
Oh well,
But anyways,
some company I have stocks in.
keep telling my dad, I'm like, hey, buy defense industry stocks and buy maritime stocks and buy naval infrastructure
The
stocks because they're
first
only
when I
going to
got
go
into
up.
stocks, like the first that I bought was GE, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop. Just
I did Bath Iron Works. That was the first stock I ever
yeah, that's a
bought,
good
which
choice.
is a naval shipbuilding company. And I also did Norfolk Heavy Industries, which is again another shipbuilding industry.
I want so
Because
this is a nice segue. This is still boat related.
yeah, it is. It is.
Do we think that new battleship's going to get built? Like politics
No,
aside,
no,
no.
no. I think that
Fascinating.
with a lot of how this current administration has done things, I don't think that the end result is going to be battleships. I think that the end result is going to be a massive increase in expenditure for the U.S. Navy because the Navy is simultaneously developing new intercontinental ballistic missile submarines, which is expensive. And they are also building more of the new aircraft carriers, which is expensive. Um, for the last 30 years, the U.S. Navy has needed a ship smaller than a Burke class, but larger than a paddle boat to do like coastal maritime defense stuff like minesweeping and ASW work. We frigates. We need frigates. And every time the U.S. Navy has attempted to build something frigate-esque, it just never fucking works. And I think that what is going to happen here, at least what I hope, what the good ending is that the U.S. Navy gears up, then they go back to either the Pentagon or the president. And they're like, hey, yeah, we can build these battleships. It's going to just cost an obscene amount of money. And for the same obscene amount of money, we could build a lot more frigates, which we actually need.
So when I
And then
saw, oh,
I
sorry,
think that
go
that's
ahead.
no, I was finishing up. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to get a lot of frigates and stuff.
So what I saw is that they canceled the Constellation frigates, except for the
Yes,
one that's done.
the one that they made. Yeah,
Yeah, but now what they're doing is they're going and they just approved a contract for it was one of the typical characters, but they're going to build like 20 of the new Coast Guard cutters,
yeah,
but basically just paint them gray,
yeah,
which that makes sense because it's like we built these already. You know how much they cost. Just paint it gray.
yeah,
And I was reading into it, and they have like the modules and such where you can strap like some VLS cells onto it, and some like this equipment, that equipment, because they're designed to do that. Like if the Navy needs the cutters, they
yeah.
can take them and just strap whatever they need onto them. Like okay, that makes sense financially, and gets over the hurdle of we've been trying to design or modify this. Is it an Italian design?
I believe
Um,
it's Norwegian design,
yeah, well, whatever designed to
but
fit the U.S. Navy's needs. It's
yeah.
like now we have this thing that we already built, we can just build more of it and paint them gray.
The other thing is the Navy's going to have to start working on updating its Burks too,
Yeah,
because love them or hate them, and everybody loves them. The Burks are pushing 40. They are old,
yeah. If you go look like at like a Flight One Burke and a Flight Three Burke, gained some weight over the years. They are getting
and
chonky.
that's why we're also the Navy's also going over the DDX program to get a more modern um, ship in the water. Oh, there's also this is actually another good segue. We can do a little history segment here in between.
I think
Um,
while you do that, I think the Burke's going the way of like the B-52. It's just going to be in service for 100 something years.
what the fuck is it?
The North Korean destroyer.
They launched some weird. It's Okay, I'm gonna have
A
to
cruiser?
find this. Yeah,
Him got a cruiser?
it's a big destroyer. It's a big destroyer. But the only reason they made it is let me focus up and find this. Let me lock in, as the kids would
I'll
say.
recap. So they did launch a destroyer that's like big frigate, small destroyer size, but like I mean, it's one more destroyer than Canada has. Actually, they have two, and I didn't know they were building cruisers. I knew he was trying to, make an actual blue water navy out of North Korea.
It's not a blue
Um,
water navy.
well, he's trying to make a blue water navy, is what I'm saying. Um, but yeah, again, his destroyer is like big frigate, small destroyer territory. Um, and I know they launched one. When they tried to launch a second one, it just fell over on
Yes.
the slip.
So they launched one at their like primary naval shipbuilding
Yeah.
facility, and then they built another one at their like commercial fishing industry. And because the size of the warship was so much larger than the size of the fishing boats that they had been launching, the they call them locks, but the slide all the way up at the bow, because it hasn't been used in 40 years, was seized.
Oh, so that's why it tipped over when they launched it.
So yeah, as it went down, the top just didn't turn, and eventually it just whoop. So there was that, but it also just like straight up wasn't like made like it wasn't finished. It was a shell essentially.
Did they ever like straighten it out?
Yeah, it's tied, it's welded. It's actually welded to a pier. Um where is this?
Because North Korea is also in the very awkward situation of like half their coast is on one side, half the coast is on the other side, and South Korea is in the way.
Yeah.
And unlike the
It's
United States,
just
they're not good friends with their neighbors.
let me see. I just here it is. It
Yeah, but I didn't know they were building
is
a cruiser.
no, it's not. It's a big
I mean, a
Corvette. That's what
cruiser.
it is. Uh
I like how they're like stretching with their names, and we're like underselling with our names, like how the Zumwalts or a destroyer, but they're like twice the size of World War II cruisers.
so here it is. Yeah, I got it. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So it is
I'm not.
Russia and China are really friendly with North Korea. Again, shitbags roll together. Who would have guessed? But they have they've been getting a lot of Soviet and Russian and Chinese military systems. So they're getting um they're having a real big boom in their shipbuilding. Um this right here is what's important. It's a small Corvette. Again, it's 100. It's a small Corvette. Uh, meant it's very coastal. It doesn't go very far. But center line, they have Hwasal 2 land attack cruise missiles, which are nuclear capable and have like a 2,000 kilometer range,
Oh,
which is kind of funny to put on what's essentially a small frigate or Corvette.
dang. Okay,
So
that's
it's
interesting.
basically kind of like if we put tridents on a Coast Guard cutter.
We might. We might.
So it's this was pretty interesting to kind of uh see and
And they
kind of
got
have it.
enough. They got enough miniguns on there. You
Yeah,
got
it's
two in the back, two in the front.
yeah, 14 and a half millimeter Gatling guns, and then
Oh,
two
30s.
AKs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, AK 30s, AK 630s. So, and then a manually operated naval gun. Like this thing's whole job is just to go out to sea and be there in case North Korea for some reason gets obliterated, and then be that like last line of defense, that last like strike capability where they could like launch their 8 missiles at somebody. And the reason why they had to build this is because their nuclear attack submarine, their nuclear missile submarine rather, keeps flipping over.
My goldfish do that from time to time.
Yeah, it's for the exact same reason too. They haven't gotten the buoyancy right, because it's basically a kilo that they stuck a missile compartment in the middle of, and apparently Russia and China's not helping them with it in terms of like design. And this was a problem that was like the first generation Soviet and American ICBM submarines had this exact same problem. Not anywhere to this degree. I want to make that very clear. But in terms of like buoyancy and maintaining trim, because a missile compartment is both like massive and it is an open compartment. So it's a massive pocket of air basically that you have in the middle of your submarine, and it makes balancing it very, very difficult because it's never central. So
I'm surprised Kim wasn't just like, hey, you want those like 5 million Soviet artillery shells you gave us in the 50s? Got a couple of Typhoons you're not doing anything with, right?
Oh no, the Typhoons are ripped apart. Other than one of them.
I'm about to say there's one though, right?
And besides, the last time the Russians rented out a nuclear submarine, the Indians almost sank it immediately. So Russia's like not doing that. They gave them a Yankee and they almost sank it, and then they gave them an Akula and they almost sank that.
Didn't they sink their new submarine too because
Yes.
like someone left the hatch open?
The hatch wasn't closed.
Yeah, and they want to build their own aircraft carrier now.
Yes.
I think they are building their own aircraft carrier now, actually.
Probably. They also have a functioning ICBM capable like nuclear missile submarine, which I think is terrifying. And not just because like Indians can't make the boat work, but it's mainly because you have a country that
likes to poke its neighbors.
No, it's that's the thing though. When you involve nuclear weapons in modern conflicts, I really think that if you genuinely believe that nuclear weapons are there is always going to be the threat of nuclear weapons. But the fact that a lot of people are like, dude, if Russia gets attacked on the May Day parade, they're nuking everybody. No, they're not doing it. Like it has to be like backs against the wall for a nuclear missile to be launched.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid of that. And I don't think that them in Pakistan will ever reach that point. I think they're just going to keep lobbing artillery shells at each other. But it's the fact that you had a country that went from leasing a attack submarine or like a missile, like a cruise missile, guided cruise missile submarine, to building a intercontinental ballistic missile capable submarine. I think that that's insane. And it's also nuclear powered, if I remember correctly. So it's like a full on ICBM, like it's an Ohio class basically that they have puttering around. Granted, it's probably like the Chinese Han, which I don't know how vested you are in military equipment, but
not on the Chinese side that much.
The Han, when it the first few times that it left port, was so loud that it could be heard on passive sonar from 300 miles away. The Han is horrible in terms of like being a coherent, like capable nuclear submarine. And it doesn't go to sea much anymore because the U.S. Navy's like, right there. We don't even have to go and find you. We know where you are. You're right there. And I think the Indian one is roughly along those same lines. Because again, I'm not laughing because Indians didn't do anything correctly, or the Chinese didn't do anything correctly. It's their first attempt at that type of technology. You are going to have those problems. The reason the American Navy and the British Navy and the Russian Navy are so good at sound silencing is because we have been making hundreds of fucking submarines for the past 50 years. We've gotten very good at it. It's not a knock against anybody.
Yeah, I think it's something that people forget about, like, because all the jokes about the Russian Navy, especially with like the Ukraine stuff going on, it's like, dude, like, their submarines were pretty wild. Like the stuff they were
But
building in like the Cold War is insane.
it is. The problem with the modern Russian Navy, though, is the fact that none of those systems were maintained.
Yeah.
Or they were maintained to a degree, but nowhere near as much as they should have been. Like the fact that the Kirov's back out. Russia loves to talk about the Kirov.
Oh wait, it's they did something with it.
The giant battle cruiser, the nuclear.
Oh, the Kirov. I thought you meant the Kuznetsov. I was about to say.
No, that is scrapped. That is gone. that is gone. That sank in a dry dock. No, the Kirov is
yeah.
like they're like, oh, look at us, we got the Kirov, and then you look back and you're like, oh, it's been in refit since 1998.
It's funny.
So
If you look at the Wikipedia page for it, it's like 1999 refit, proposed 2015 launch date, delay, 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 delay.
delayed due to lack of funding. Delayed due to lack of funding. Small fire on board, which, by the way, I don't know what Russia's cutting with, but you got to put away the fucking gasoline and the oil and rags, because every Russian ship that goes into a dry dock catches on fucking fire during maintenance. And I don't know why. I'd like to think that it's just because, those like really big turbine space heaters? They
Yeah.
just have a bunch of those all over the place. And they take those little protective grates off. And you just have like one of them just fucking goes, and all of the lead-based paint just goes.
I'm picturing like some Russian guy welding next to like a kerosene bottle that's open while he himself is also smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing. Oh, look at Kim there in his outfit.
Look at his little.
Dude, he's like 4'10". I think he weighs like 320 pounds.
God bless him.
Neither of us are small, but I mean, at least carry it better than that.
I love how massive this guy's hat looks.
It's like the hat from Super Troopers that just keeps getting
bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we need our hats to be 15% bigger than everybody else's. Like, say no more.
Is that the actual ship there, or?
Yeah, this is the actual ship. It's in service. They've done a whole bunch of missile tests with it, and like I said, it's got a Chinese radar. It's got Russian CIWS systems, and it has 9 igloos strapped together, which is my favorite third world anti-aircraft system, where you have man pads and you're just strapping them together to make them better for some reason.
Them M out of man pads.
Yes. So that's that, and then they also have their destroyer as well that they have launched as well. It's very interesting.
That's a Chohyun.
No, I think that's the old. No.
That's it.
I
like how the screenshots from like North Korean
no
TV.
Pictures of it.
I don't know why it's like that. Wikipedia's so weird with some stuff.
Okay, yeah, this is great. Anyways, I was gonna have a cool kind of going over of it, but it's It's pretty interesting because it has like a lot of Soviet systems on it. I don't know if we'll get a good picture of it here. Nope. All right. I don't know. Never mind. Well, I'll structure
It's
this a
not
little
even
bit
it
better.
in that picture. That's the top pictures are it. Yeah.
I'm trying to find because they have like an actual old Soviet, I think it's like goalpost CIWS system on it. So it's
Yes.
like an actual destroyer, not like the one we saw before. There it is on its side in case you're wondering what that is. Like,
Like they just put blue tarps over it so like you can't
yeah,
see
they're
it.
like, fuck it, dude. We can't have Blue Origin seeing us, so we're just gonna cover it in tarps. I'm gonna throw together a lecture on this for next week. I had one, but then I reset my computer, so I don't have it anymore. And I because I'm schizophrenic and I'm old, I built it in Notepad.
Google
Didn't even
Docs
do it
is
on
free. Google Docs is
didn't
free.
even do it on Google Docs. Yeah. Oh well. Anyways, Italian submarines. What a good segue. We'll do this quickly, and then we'll get them on. We don't have to talk about the aliens.
Not this time.
Not this time. We'll throw that together.
You have your segment on
Um,
North Korean destroyers, and I have my segment on UAPs.
yeah, that'll be great. They're kind of boat related.
They were
So
mostly captured by naval aircraft, so boat.
yeah, boat.
Naval.
There you go. Boat.
Yeah, these are real interesting.
Yeah. So here we have the Italian submarines. The reason why we're going over them now is because they're going to be, as we previously said before I got stuck on a few diatribes there, they are going to be coming out relatively soon. And I think it's better that we go over stuff right before it comes out rather than as the dev blog comes out. So we're not both sitting there going like, what was this stat? And we have to go back like 9 months and find it. So alle poste de combat, yeah, whatever, pasta pusta. Quick summary of the line: we have good main gun capabilities with improved MBRB. Of course, it's Italian. It has to have some sort of stupid outlying gimmick, whatever. Strong set of consumables and access to the exhaust smoke generator. Italian cruisers, hello.
Yep.
High damage torpedoes at decent range, but very slow base speed. What is very slow to World of Warships?
I think 50.
At least it's not like what's the Sims?
40, 42.
Yeah, fuck.
I think the
Fast
black has
battery.
those torpedoes too.
Yes, it does. Fast battery replenishment rate, but low dive capacity. Okay. Improved mark sector duration, but with long sonar ping reload. Okay, so it pings better. The pings stay longer. The torpedoes are slow. They have long range. Or they have decent range, not long range. And then you have MBRB smoke and low dive times. So it seems like it's very much, it kind of seems like it's supposed to play a little bit like a hybrid destroyer to me, where you're supposed to not just sit in the back like a Shima and dump your torpedoes. You're supposed to,
Like a more gun focused Surcouf almost.
yeah, you're supposed to be, you're supposed to lay on the guns a little bit in between your torpedo salvos. Repair party, which is available from tier 8 and above. Fuck. Anyways.
Assuming it's like, was it the 4501 has the repair party, but you have to be at the surface to use it? I'm assuming that's how it works.
Okay, the Foca. Primary purpose was mine laying. All three served in the Mediterranean. Lead submarine was lost under unclear circumstances in 1940, several months after Italy entered the war. So they just lost it. Okay.
Run over like the Circu.
Dude, yeah, honest, it might have. The Med's that small.
Yeah.
It's that small and it's that like not deep that yeah, it might have just gotten ran over. As much as that sucks, I'm not laughing at that fact. I think it's one of the worst ways you can go is in a submarine and not like die instantly to flooding. But okay, fire duration 30 seconds, 14,000 hit points. So that's kind of beefy for a submarine.
Yeah,
is
these
it?
are more of like the cruiser subs, where
Okay.
like they're big, they have a lot of HP, they can take a
What's
couple of hits.
do I have? I have a catch slot. Let's compare it to a catch slot. Catch lot also has 14. Okay.
That's what's also big though, I think. You put up like one of the German tier six,
Undine,
the U
Undine
flooding
has
under.
9,600.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I don't play a whole lot of subs, so I can't say it correctly, but that sounds like a lot for a sub.
yeah. That's why I'm double checking before I say anything.
Yeah.
Um, we have one 100 millimeter gun blistering. We're starting off incredible in terms of fire. Maximum range 8.5 kilometers, 4.5 second reload time. It has HE shells.
No sap.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah. It's got to have sap though, doesn't it?
I mean, right there it only has HE. Maybe the later ones have sap. I don't know.
Well, because
Can
it
you?
talked about ammo switch time, minimum time between switching shells. It's listed at 4.5. So it's
Maybe it's
got to
just
have.
there.
I mean, maybe that's
I mean, that's
totally.
also the reload time.
Yeah, all right, that's a good point.
Unless maybe I don't know. Maybe at this point they weren't sure if they were gonna have sap because this is the first dev blog.
Yeah,
Granted,
that's
I don't
true.
think there's been an update on them since then.
Hmm. Sonar reload time 15 seconds. That's definitely long. Duration of a ping on sector highlighted once 35 seconds. That seems incredibly long. Duration of a ping effect on a sector highlighted twice 75 seconds. That is desperate. That is definitely longer. So that's cool. Ping velocity 550 meters a second.
I have no idea if that's good or bad.
I'm comparing it right now. So for the U4501 has a ping velocity of 600 meters a second,
Okay. A little bit slower.
600 meters a second, 980 meters a second on the S180.
Oh,
I-56 is 600. Alliance is 500. Surcouf has
no ping.
no ping whatsoever. And then the Zhangjiao, which is the Chinese tier 6 submarine, has 500.
So not the slowest, but not the fastest.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be right in the middle, right on average, if anything, a little fast. Um, Ping width at 15 meters is also seems to be pretty on the nose. So that's good. 6 single 533s. Number reload time 55 seconds. Um,
Ooh,
yep.
ooh! I guessed and I was right. Dang.
Um, so the standard torpedoes, which I'm pretty sure are
Those are the
the
homing.
yeah, they're the homing. So the standard torpedoes, range 9 kilometers, 8,400 damage, 60 knots. Okay. Uh,
It's not terrible because homing torpedoes, ironically, the slower they go, the more maneuverable they are.
no. I think that's They seem to turn a lot better.
Yeah, because I think like the alliances are like so slow, but
Yeah, the
they
alliances are all 42 knots.
yeah, but those things can turn though.
Yeah. So that might be pretty good. Um, and then yeah, the alternates, the dumbfire is 13.7, so that's pretty good. 10.5 kilometer range at tier 6 is perfectly serviceable. 51 knots. Okay. And
That's so
then
slow.
yeah. 25 knots on the surface, 13 knots below, 6.2 base, 100 seconds of dive time, which is kind of rough.
That's
Uh,
it's not even 2 minutes. Dang.
yeah. All the other submarines are chilling at roughly. Well, the Cachalot is at 170, but the Undine is at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's a very, very short. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I have no idea why I'm doing this. I'm very sorry.
Just a little
Yeah, we have.
sleepy.
I'm always sleepy. I went to bed early tonight. I woke up early. Um, 6.2, 2 kilometers in smoke is good because it has smoke, as we have discussed. Damn con seems like a standard damn con. Seems like a standard sub surveillance. Okay. Main battery reload time -50, so you're down to 2.5 seconds. Active for 30 seconds, so that's pretty good. Only available on the surface, but again, you're walking around with only 100 millimeter, like a single 100. So I get a feeling that that's something that you're going to be popping the millisecond you get engaged by almost anything. Because I don't think your DPF is going to be anywhere near enough without that. And then for the exhaust smoke, okay, 10-second dispersion, okay, 25-second duration, 80-second reload. That's not horrible. I think especially at tier 6, I think that's gonna be fine. It's gonna really depend on the torpedo ranges on these later versions, because at tier 6 you can get away with 10.5 and 9 kilometer torpedo shots. The problem is I don't know if you can get away with it at 13
No,
knots to
no.
get in and out in a minute, in less than 2 minutes to get your torpedoes off, which I think really locks you into an aggressive gameplay style, which I don't really know if I'm a fan of. But there we go. Ocean-going submarine Pietro Mica. Ocean-going submarine that served as the prototype for several subsequent series, including the Foca class. During World War II, she served in the Mediterranean Sea, initially as a mine layer, and later as a transport. In July 1943, during one of her sorties, she was torpedoed. Yikes.
Like how this is the prototype for the previous class.
No, it's the next class. It's the Calabi.
No, this is the Calvi class, and the tier 8. What's in the tier 1? The tier 6 of Foca.
Yeah, the tier 8's the Foca, or tier 6 is the Foca.
This is the prototype for the Foca.
The 8?
Yeah.
Uh, huh. Oh wait, it is. Yeah. See, I immediately locked that out because that doesn't make any fucking sense. But
That's interesting.
okay. Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. That's why I completely breezed over that. Huh. Uh, uh,
Oh, because it has two 120s.
yeah. Two
I see.
120s, 17,000. well, 16.8 technically
Yeah.
hit points.
It'd be a 17 with the flag and commander. Well, it doesn't have the commander skill with the flag.
And then two 120s, 9.5 kilometer range, 6.6 second reload time. These 180-degree turn times are pretty good. The dispersion does not matter. It is a 120. It's going to be a laser, and it is 1,800 damage, 20 millimeters of armor, 12% fire chance. I don't know if even two of these is gonna get the job done.
I think that's really
But
for like, I don't know, maybe like bullying half elf destroyers.
yeah, that's really the only thing I can think of is jumping, just like wounded destroyers.
Yeah. This one doesn't
Um,
get the hill though, huh?
yeah, we're gonna see how good that is later. Um, 15-second reload on the sonar. It's the exact same stats as before, 35 and 75, same exact ping, same exact range, same exact width. Okay. And we have slightly higher damaging torpedoes at 63 and 51 knots. So they're slightly faster on both. 9.5 for the guided at 63 knots. Okay. It's not crazy. And then the unguided are 14.8, 12-kilometer range, which is getting to be good. 51 knots, detectability at 1 knot or 1 kilometer. That's really slow. You're not going to be hitting destroyers with these, and you're going to have to work to hit larger vessels with these. 115 units. So recharge rate
Almost
2
2
units a
minutes.
second. So
30
double
second. Yeah.
double the recharge rate. And yeah, 70 seconds a minute. Wait, 70 seconds. Where the fuck did you get 70 seconds from?
Did I say 70 seconds?
I thought you did.
Did I?
Dude, either I haven't even started drinking. And I'm just toasted. Oh my goodness. Maximum speed is 26 in the surface, so 1 knot faster and 2 knots faster under water. It doesn't matter. And at tier 8 is where you start running. The problem with tier 8 is you start running into absolute powerhouse submarines, like the S-198, which we were just talking about, which will just run you down.
Yeah.
I-56, which will run you down and then probably outgun you. And you have the Alliance, which will outrun you and gun you down. And yeah, actually can't gun you down. It doesn't have a gun. But like, this is really soft in terms of game impact, I really think. And I think that these guns are really going to have to make up for it. And I don't think they're in a current position to offset the large size, slow nature, and arguably not so great torpedoes in terms of interacting properly in their bracket range.
Maybe the tier
6.1.
10's like crazy. I don't know. They don't seem too
They seem
insane
very
so
linear.
far. Yeah.
6.1 DTAC, so slightly better, I believe, than so 100 meters better. 9.5 after firing main gun and smoke, which is good because I'm pretty sure it's the fucking range. So yeah. Damcon, okay, 5 minutes, 60 seconds, 5 seconds, 60-second recharge. 3 charges. Seems very, very standard. Submarine surveillance preparation time is 330 seconds. 9-kilometer spotting range at maximum depth. Duration 60 seconds, and the reload time is 120 seconds. This seems the exact same as before. MBRB minus 60%, which is better
Okay.
than the minus 50% that we
So
had
it's
before.
1 second reload because it's a 6 second reload time.
Yes, so it's a
No,
6 second reload time, so it's minus 60, so it's a little over 2.5
yeah,
seconds.
I'm afraid that's not how math works. My
Nice
bad.
job. It's okay. It's okay.
Not a math teacher. Not a math
Good thing your
teacher.
job isn't like educating people, you know?
Not a math. Not a math.
Um, yeah, this just kind of seems rough. At least you have two guns now, which over
Yeah.
doubles your damage and your fire rate, which is pretty good. Exhaust smoke, 10 seconds dispersion, 30-second duration, 80-second recharge, only works on the surface, the 4 charges. So again, very basic. I think the whole point of this smoke is to be like an LOS get out of jail free card. The whole
Yeah,
point is
I thought
just to
maybe it
kind
was
of,
like, you used it to jump other ships, but
I honestly believe, and I'm gonna have to play these when they come out. But right now it feels like the whole point is just to break line of sight with something that's
yeah.
running at you and cover you. Like that's basically all it really seems like. Um, repair party, 84 hit points a second, 40 seconds. So I'm not going to ask Captain Maths here.
No, you don't want to do
80, 84 times 40. So 3,300 hit points,
I mean,
3,360, which isn't bad, but it's over it's over 40 seconds, 2 charges only available on the surface.
bad dog.
So it's a limited use, which granted, I think having the ability to dive and to repair on a lot of submarines would be broken. The offset, I would say, is these submarines because they don't appear to be very good. Um, but yeah. And then we have the Calvari. What's this here? We have two 120s, 5.5 second reloads, 18,800 hit points. 3 large by Italian standards Calvari class cruiser submarines were commissioned into the Regina Marina 1935 1936, shortly after Italy entered World War II. All 3 were transferred to the Atlantic, where they sank nearly 30 Allied transport ships. Calvi was sank in 1942 by a British escort ship during her 8th combat patrol. Can't zoom out or look at her photograph, but she looks to be a big girl. Looks
Yeah,
to be a
18,000 hit
proper
points.
ocean-going submarine. Um, by World War II standards. 18,800 hit points is pretty good. Like I said before, 2 of these 120s at 5.5 second looks pretty good. 1,800 damage, 20 millimeters penetration. So again, it's not anything crazy. And I would argue that it's not enough just looking at it numbers wise, because this thing will have to fight like burrows and trash cans and Khabarosks. And this thing's gonna get ripped in half. Sonar
And I was
is
trying to
the
think about like all
exact
the
same.
ASW that's going to get dogpiled by.
Yeah, that's the other thing is everybody ASWs the fuck out of everything. Sonar is the exact fucking same. 10-kilometer range. Fuck. 550. We have on the standard torpedoes, which is the homing ones, you have 10,800 hit points damage, 10 kilometers range. 65 knots is not bad, but they're spotted at 1.4. And with how bad the rest of these stats are, I don't know if that's enough. And then the dumbfire torpedoes are 16.4 damage, which is pretty good. 13.5 damage, or 13.5 km range, 54 knots.
Better. Still slow. That's
That's still
freaking
slow and no range.
That's Schlieffen's torpedoes.
Yeah. But that's like your main punch, because why are you going to surface and fucking run out the guns on somebody when it could be like, again, a Burrows or an Aki? Like, why are you going to do that? What's your upsides? You don't have an upside to it. I don't even want to look at the rest of this. This just doesn't look good. Dive capacity 130 units. Depletion 1 unit a second. Okay, so you have 2 minutes, 10 seconds dive time. Probably like fucking 15 knots again in terms of speed. So you're not really going to be doing anything with it. And the recharge rate on these past 2 submarines has been 2 a second, which is not bad. But you have to live long enough to fully recharge to then drop. You know, go underneath the water again. On the surface, 29 knots is pretty good. You're still going to get outran by everything, because if you don't break at least 30, who the fuck cares at tier 10?
Well, you break 30 with the speed flag, but I mean, even then, it's not very fast.
Like 30 base is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Like,
gotcha.
You're not breaking 30 base. You're just kind of, it's not good. And then, yeah, you have a maximum submerged speed of 60 knots. So you're just going to get ran down by everything.
So slow. Yeah.
Let's look at some tier 10s here. So, I'm actually not going to look at U4501, because that might not be entirely fair.
No.
I mean, even the Surcouf is doing 18 knots underwater.
It has a speed boost.
With 260 units of dive capacity. I don't know, we're going to go to the US.
I think it's like 18.
Allowed is 26 under knots.
Never mind. What do I know? I don't play enough subs.
I don't play those subs. The K1, which I think everybody forgets is in the game, is 16 knots underwater. I think the exact same, actually, in terms of dive duration.
This Italian line is going to be just like the Russian line. They're going to come on the early access event. No one's going to get them. They're going to release. No one's going to get them.
Yeah.
Like, how often do you even see a K1?
I forgot they existed.
Exactly.
I don't talk about them because I'm afraid they're in testing, because I don't see them that much. U2501 is pushing 27.
Yeah, no.
Even the Thrasher, I'm going to go out on a limb, is doing 18. So yeah, you're just not doing too well here. And I don't think that I'm going to get down to the consumables here, and I don't think it's going to be offset. Concealment range 5.9. Who the fuck cares? I think it's
7% reload booster though.
Yeah, but again, it's a reload booster on 2 pea shooters. Minus 70% actually on your reload might be insane. But again, it's 2 120s.
Again, the only thing I've seen this thing good as, oh, look, there's a half health destroyer who's not even looking at my general direction. I can perhaps maybe kill him.
And they have to be within 10 kilometers of you.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
The exact same submarine spotting. 70% on the reload booster, which is fantastic. 100-second reload time, which is kind of rough. But again, I don't know how much you're going to get out of this, because if you have to surface within 10 kilometers of anything, even if you survive towards the end of your booster and you dive to get away, you're not fast enough to get away.
All they do is wait a minute and they got you.
Yeah. So that's just kind of rough. And then the repair party is 94 at 40. So let's see here. 94 times 40. 3,700. So 400 more than the other one.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't think it's going to do all that much. That's a bummer, man.
I wonder if they just wanted to get these out before the 4th of July event, you know?
I mean, maybe, but I don't think that this is something that is worth like rushing out, you know?
I, maybe they were just like, you know what? It's been forever since we released a submarine line. We have to do a submarine line next, so.
Maybe, but these are just such piles of nothing.
Well, this was their initial version. I don't recall seeing dev blogs where they've been changed. Perhaps they have. And, you know, the newer ones are the changes perhaps made them a little bit better, but I don't know.
Yeah, it just feels rough. Um,
I'll give them kudos for trying something different with the subs, but
but what are you trying though? That's the thing.
guns.
Like, yeah. I guess I can see that, but like, I would argue that you're like not they're not getting a good shake because I think two. Oh my goodness, two 120s is just not. It's just
No,
it's
it
not
is
good.
indeed not it. No. No
So
argument there.
it seems like you're sacrificing a lot for something that's going to be situational at best,
Yeah.
and that just seems like a very bad
But
way
I
to
mean,
design
like,
a ship.
to be fair, like sub average damage, like the average damage of submarines at tier 10 is only like 40,000 damage.
Yeah, so that's like one torpedo and a Kitakami gun down or something.
Yeah. If that. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I do know that it is past my bedtime.
I do know that it's time to
I
end.
do know that it's time to end.
All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Comments. I do read comments. Um, there's
I will
actually
leave them.
one.
This is a
Mhm.
threat.
Yeah, leave comments. This is a threat. Business Six. I got told to watch as a YouTube, as a World of Warships like YouTuber, and
He's still
I have
around?
never heard of this person.
I've heard of him one time.
Yeah, because we were talking about uh like good creators last week, and he came up, and I'm trying to like I don't even remember. I'm looking at his channel right now. I don't know who this guy is.
He's got
And
like
that's not me trying to be like arrogant.
yeah, I
I just
see like his name come up every now and then when someone on like the subreddit or the Discord would be like, "Hey, I'm looking for YouTubers," yada yada yada,
yeah
and every now and then you'll see someone recommend um his channel.
yeah. I'm gonna watch some of his stuff here tonight. Uh, it just I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
I think he used to be a little bit more popular back in the day. Um,
yeah
but again, I do not know of his channel all that much. Not that like I'm saying it's unpopular. I just don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with me. I don't want to be like arrogant, but
Yeah, I've heard you talk about Taylor Sheridan shows. There is one
that's
thing that's very
dude. That's
weird about his shows. He always inserts himself as a character. His name is still Taylor, and he's like the most badass that you can possibly imagine. It's like that in Yellowstone. He hasn't shown up in Landman yet, I don't think, but it's like that in Lioness and like his other shows too. It's like he walks on and he's like John Wayne levels of badass.
it's like what's his name? Who did Quentin Tarantino and showing up in his own movies, and then Lady Feet.
Oh, I was like, uh, Quentin, who's the man that's going to drink the tequila off of Salma Hayek's toes? That just me.
Quentin, who's gonna yell the N-word 900 times in a movie? Thank you, Quentin. Very cool.
Oh,
Ugh. I don't know. I like Quentin movies. I think that they're very
I do
good.
too. Don't
So,
don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I need to finally watch From Dusk Till Dawn all the way through. That's what I really need to do. Actually, what I really need to do is go to bed because it is a school night.
Yes, it is. Have a nice night.
Yes, you too, everybody else.